This has been the best year of my life, so I wouldn't change anything.
It's our love, huh? Yeah.
I don't believe it's real. I wake up every day and I look at you like, are you real?
When you find the right person that makes you feel complete, don't tiptoe. Go right now.
I've had conversations with you that I haven't had with anybody. You knew what you came here for. Starting out, you were a little grouch, like Scrooge. You thought I was gonna catfish you?
Instagram is with the edits and
Tony.
the pictures. And have you seen some of these? What would I be without this? I mean, what you've helped bring into my life.
Tony, oh my God, Tony, stop.
Why do you fight this so bad?
Stop.
I'm looking, but I wasn't sliding. No, I've seen.
He was looking. He was liking.
That's what I do when I'm a follower.
Okay.
It's called engagement. Yep.
So you didn't plan on making me your girlfriend? Stop. I can't wait to see. Oh.
That way. You ready, baby?
I'm ready.
What is this? Episode 4. It's Our Love Podcast. I'm here with my beautiful, beautiful baby, Nichole Lynel. What's your name, baby? I just like you to say it to me.
Nichole Lynel.
Yeah, so my. And I'm your host, Tony the Closer, and it's our love. Let's go. A little beat behind that. Yeah, you see how you do that right there? It's our love. Let's go. All right. So, hey, on this episode right here, we're going to be talking about getting flued out.
Oh my God.
Hey, getting flued out is something that makes me feel,
You
proud.
get excited?
Like, because, hey, look, first and foremost, like the ladies always talk about getting flued out. Like last episode, we talked about how like you cater to me. You make me feel, you make me feel like I was special and everything. But then you took it a whole nother level. So Nichole, you've been about applying pressure, and you about like consistency.
Yes.
But you also about like flying the men out.
Yeah. I mean.
She flew me out. So in this episode, y'all, she went into boss mode.
Yeah, so tell him, okay, I can just fly you out. So you deserve everything.
You definitely just flew me out.
I did.
You just like, hey, babe, what you doing this day? All right, don't make any
No,
plans.
I just I'm just thinking during our dating phase, like I just like, and even still now I've been working really hard. I've been a little distracted. I haven't got to spoil my baby like I normally do. But I always want to make you happy. You mentioned you never been to Hawaii. And you mentioned you weren't doing anything for Father's Day. And I thought that was crazy. First of all, you are not like a holiday person. Like starting out, you're a little grouch, like Scrooge.
Well, like I think that's like past trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were not excited about. I do month-long birthday celebrations. I do holidays. I do it all, and you were just like, whatever.
Well, I've had some experiences that just kind of made it where
You're lucky I didn't get your Easter basket.
Yeah, Easter basket. Has been like, this girl, she's already did the cupcake show, and now she's coming out here with an Easter basket. She might have been like, that would have been scary. But like this flued out edition is super dope because I hear all the time about the guys flying the ladies out. We hear all the time about the guys being thoughtful and laying it out and being super thoughtful and everything else. And you had already just brought me to LA. You had the chef come in. You had me like on the King Jaffe Jofa stuff. I feel like I was coming to America. And then you keep taking it up another level. You basically had me pack a bag, tell me we're going to be going somewhere for a couple of days, and that was it.
I love an experience, and I love making your life easier. Those are my two things. So I want you to just show up, because one thing I love is to just show up and not have to think about it. And when I am booking a trip for you, I want you to not have to think about anything. Just come and fly with me. I made plans, and yeah, I flew him to Hawaii. You got flued out, babe.
I got flued out. That was the first time I got flued
First
out.
class.
First class. But the thing was, I did have one complaint.
Oh, Lord. What's your complaint? The Wi-Fi?
Man, it wasn't no Wi-Fi for 6 hours on the plane.
I was hoping. Now, I did not tell him this because I knew you would not come if you were new. Well, I feel like, I don't know if there's sometimes there have been a little bit of, maybe I fall asleep by the time. I couldn't remember if there was no Wi-Fi, but I know I did remember at some point there was no Wi-Fi. But
man, that was 6 hours with no Wi-Fi. You want to talk about ridiculous?
5:30.
6 hours of no Wi-Fi. Like, it was miserable.
Okay, but when you got there,
when we got there, it was cool. Like I mean,
you got laid.
Yes, I got laid. the lays, guys, not yeah. They put, you know how you go and they do the little yeah, you know. So they put the lay on me. We both got laid. And I got laid later too. Yeah. But I think like what was really, really cool about that trip is like I ain't had to spend no money.
I'm about to fall over. So that's the thing about whining and dining.
I love that.
And the flute out. So I pay attention to details, and when it comes to my man, you will be romanced as well. It's given first class, drivers.
Yeah, you don't play. You had the drivers with their names, you know, Tony
drivers,
Nichole, you know, like,
hotels. Now it's during COVID, so the hotel choices were so slim. I think Hawaii had just opened back up, so reservations. Remember, there was no rental cars. It was everything was crazy, but we made it beautiful. I feel like you made it beautiful. I made it beautiful, but you made it beautiful too.
I just showed up.
So I had more surprises. So we get to Hawaii. We have a great time. We go to Ruth Chris the first night. It's walks. We're back on our walks on the beach.
We stay walking on the beach.
Yeah, we love a beach walk. And then the next night.
It was like we went viral with that next night, didn't we? I mean, I got taken on a very, very like exclusive date. So we get like a private driver. The driver takes us like around all these mountains, and it's like, I'm getting nervous because first off, like I don't like riding on like skinny roads with big trucks, and you like I kind of look off the edge. I'm like, I don't like that shit. But you know, we get to this space and it's like completely beautiful, and you're like looking into the ocean.
I told you I wanted to. What did I tell you I was taking you for a lookout?
No, you told me we were going to dinner or some shit like that. Like you said, get dressed for dinner or something.
I said dinner, but you had to wear tennis shoes.
And I'm like, I'm not sure where the heck we're going. Like, I'm literally thinking like we're going to a restaurant or something like that.
You had no idea?
No clue.
Wow.
No clue at all. So when we like riding, you know, off the cliff of this edge, and I'm looking down, and you got the young guy driving. I'm like, all right, bro, you know, like, you know how I am. I like to drive, so I'm like, you know, he getting, you know, I'm ready to get out of here, but. We pull into this pull off, and I'm like, damn, what we doing pulling here? And as I look, it's like straight ocean view, like amazing ocean view. Like literally, you're looking into the ocean. It's like these huge cliffs. It's like unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
I've never seen anything like that. And I make sure you guys get the clips. If you're watching this on YouTube in a video, you'll be able to check this out. But the craziest part about this is we walk down this thing, and it's like, wow, this shit is deep. We are like literally like the ocean is slapping the walls and the caves, like unbelievable. This is like we're really at like something that you would watch on TV. I was like surprised I didn't see like a whale dive out of the water.
That was like the most beautiful night.
Absolutely beautiful. Actually, we seen like the blood moon. Or not the blood moon. What was the moon? It was the moon rising.
The moon rise. Yeah.
That was crazy. Like, first off, if you ever seen this, like, guys, the moon was in the water. Like, seriously.
It came up out of the water.
It was in the water.
That was like something. What was it? I forgot what they called.
I was waiting
like an eclipse or something. It was something.
I've never seen that.
That was the night. The stars were aligned that night, and So before this, I booked a picnic on the cliffs in Hawaii, and I wanted pizza and wine and an air mattress on the cliffs, beautifully decorated, rose petals, the I love you, Tony, all the details.
The details.
I wanted to make you feel special, and still I'm so happy that you're with it, because I didn't know if guys like that.
I didn't know what was happening, but I was going to
in the R&B playlist.
I was gonna pay attention. I was gonna let it ride out. But I was in awe of the view. The view was so freaking.
I know you
nuts.
love a view.
Yeah, I love waterfronts. I love being in front of so that was like super crazy. But to watch the freaking moon rise,
I didn't plan that part.
I think that was part of like God trying to tell you something.
Ooh, talk to me, Daddy.
Because I've never experienced anything like that, but I think the moment was just like something that was super magical. We had a great evening together, like just really relaxing to be, in a place with somebody that cares about you, to capture the memory, and just truly, honestly, just have love. Like no pressure, no disturbance, no distraction. Was really, really great. I think, when we talk about getting flued out and we talk about getting wine and dine, because those are the last couple of episodes. These are things that you always hear the men like take the lead on.
Yes.
And for me, I would have never been that creative. I would have never thought that.
No?
Like that. But I think the cool part about you having that type of creativity and mindset, it makes me now start being creative in how I think. And it gets my wheels turning like, hey, okay, now this is on. Like, because if you wanna go to battle with me, like if you want to battle, we can battle. I'm okay with the battle, and I'm okay with that type of love, that type of energy. Because for so long, as a male, like I felt like my energy was never matched. Like it's one of the toughest things to be like, where I'm willing to give and I'm willing to love, but I always felt like I was giving one-sided. I always felt like I was doing the person that was giving, and it was not much reciprocating on the opposite end. And after a while, it gets old. You feel like, hey, man, what's the purpose in me, spending my money and time and with somebody that isn't willing to, make me feel the same way. And then, I meet you and, you're doing all these amazing things. And now instantly, like, you've now created like this monster inside of me where I'm like, okay, this shit's on, girl. You wanna go here? Like, you wasn't even supposed to be my girlfriend.
So you didn't plan on making me your girlfriend on that trip?
I was.
You just going on a trip.
I had already had my hit it 3 times. I was going, I was going to just try to ride the wave. I knew you was enjoying, the situation, and I was going to ride the wave. And
so you didn't plan on making me your girlfriend that trip?
Not that trip.
No?
But by the end of that trip, you had literally held it down to a point where I was like, yo.
And it wasn't even over. That night was just
I'm gonna make this shit
climax.
go public. I'm okay with it going public now because
we hadn't posted anything with each other really.
No, we hadn't. Everything was kind of like people were assuming, but everything was like in our close friends. So if you were in our close friends on Instagram, you got to see us being together and hanging out. But for the social media world, nobody was able to see that we were hanging out or kicking it or what we were doing. And we had took the one picture on the balcony.
That is every girl. So that, I don't know every girl, but a lot of girls' dreams, the somebody's son vibes of getting choked on a balcony. Not like choked like that, a little choke. A little choke. Everybody like a little choke. A little choke on the balcony. That is crazy. That was our first picture.
Freaky little so. She's a very freaky girl.
I did the somebody's son with you, with your hand on my neck, with the beautiful ocean view in the background.
I was like, I bet you won't post that shit though.
That's exactly how it happened. Yeah.
I bet you won't post that shit though.
I'm gonna post it, and I posted it.
I said, no, you're not.
And the rest is wait, but you were supposed to. I just even realized telling the story. You were supposed to ask me. That's how I got to be your girlfriend.
Nah, ain't no asking. I'm gonna tell you mine, girl. After you go hold it down like that, I put that thing on. You know what's going on.
No, after I put that on you, because you was swooning after you was singing.
I feel good.
Body
baby,
rolling on the beach,
all over,
watching the sunset, having our drinks. Yeah, I mean, come on, with a date like these. After doing this, the history. That's why everybody looks at me sideways. They don't know the history. Mm-hmm. They don't know the lead up to this. I was very consistent with my love for you. I put it out there first.
Yeah, and then the funny part is, when you posted the the picture, it was my comment that
you
made
blew
everybody.
Up the spot. You blew up the spot because everybody's like, "Whose hand is that? Whose hand is that?" You blew up the spot.
I had to tag my mom and be like, "Mom, you see this mess?" So I like to have fun with it. My mom obviously had already met you. She had approved of you. My family.
I love your mom because she was like, "Ooh, have fun."
My mom always she calls me every day, and I think in the first 15 seconds, she's asking me about how's Nichole doing today. I'm like, well, thanks for checking on me, Mom. Everybody loves Nichole so freaking much. It's insane. But I think when we actually went public and the reaction, I think we both anticipated, a shockwave, but I didn't anticipate it going as crazy as it did.
That was a beautiful date, and that was a beautiful. I mean, I am taking myself out of it. I love that picture because it's just all the girls' dreams. Who does not want to get slightly choked on a balcony in Waikiki?
It's some women
by
right
a fine
now,
man with an icy watch on. Come on.
It's some women right now that are feeling away because they haven't experienced the experience.
Same way with some fellas, but they should. I think everyone deserves this level of love in their life.
I'm still thinking about that balcony scene, girl.
Anniversary. Take me back to.
I don't want to go back because that flight it sucks, man. 6 hours, no Wi-Fi. It's
I want to know what made you make me your girlfriend after that. What was it?
The cupcake scared the shit out of me. But besides the cupcakes, you had consistently showing up in ways that I wasn't expecting. We talked about, the bad afternoon where, we're having a great time, and then obviously the police situation in Miami where everything goes left, and I watched the way you showed up for me in a time like that. I watched the way that my family gravitated to you in the way that you talked and communicated with them, the way that you show love to them, which is important, right? It's not just about when you me, right? It's what comes with me. Then just the attention to detail coming into LA, and you have a female that, wines and dines you, gives you the flowers, the chef, the roses, the hell, even the airport pickup with the driver, the attention to detail, making me feel you're
taken care of.
Top of the world, and then you compound that and roll it up with a flown out expense paid trip.
Not expense paid. What is this, a lot of?
Man, I'm telling you, man, I know you were spending some money. I stay at nice hotels, so every hotel we stayed at, I'm like, I could do the math. I'm like, oh, she's not effing around.
No,
these rooms are these ain't the rooms that's the 99 197 specials. These is got a comma in them. So just looking at the energy that you were bringing, I'm like, first off, it's not a lot of people that you date that can match that type of energy, right? Typically when people are dating, they don't have anybody that can. If one person has it, the other person typically doesn't. Mm-hmm. It's not where you can have people that are equally.
Well, I feel with that, then you should make it easier still. We have to, that's most people. Honestly, right. Being honest, that's most people. I would say my tips on that would be make it easy. Do all the planning. Planning a trip is hard. But
what made, when you asked me what made me make you my girl, was I could appreciate the thoughtfulness. I could appreciate the the attention to detail, and then understanding now I don't have to be in this one sided. It was huge for me because it seemed I say this all the time. For me in relationships, it was me always carrying a load of setting up stuff and being the head when it came to that. So Now I got somebody that's like, hey, I'm gonna fly you out. I'm gonna make you feel special. I'm gonna take you to dinner. I'm going to take care of the hotels and all that other stuff. I'm like, oh, now this is the shit. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Where has this been my entire life?
The women go through the same thing. Like, I know for when our first date, that was like me being the boss and the leader with my team for so long. I know I'm always the person who has to think about everything. Like, that was such a relief to go somewhere and not have to think about it. That's why I do that for you as much as I can. Like, anywhere you come, like, I make it so you don't really have to think about it.
That's a fact. And that, I think, naturally every person that's in a relationship, male or female, wants to go into a situation where you can operate from a place of peace, comfort, and security. And when you got somebody that offers that to you and can match match you financially, match your love, come from a genuine place, because a lot of times you can't tell, like, if people are coming from a genuine place. When you start getting all those things in line up, it's like, okay, yeah, it was going to be a hot boy summer, and I was really anticipating, showing my ass. I was like, I had just got a new spot in Miami. Just hit these millions in the bank.
So you had me going with you, looking at spots that you were about to be.
I was going to be. We was dating. We was dating.
Wow.
We was dating.
See, you don't play with girls like that, though.
You was in town. So you wasn't going to leave. Like, what you wanted me to do? Leave you in a hotel room? Like, when I went looking for my places?
I don't know, but don't ask my opinion. So I'm picking out the stuff for you to have another girl taking pictures in the bathroom.
They was trying to get on the balcony. They was ready to get on the balcony, but you
see that balcony.
If you see the balcony, what?
That's a problem.
I tell you like this,
slap that phone out already.
No, so first off, if you think somebody about to mess up my fluid out trips, my charcuterie boards,
I gotta refresh your charcuterie board, baby.
I'm trying to tell you, like, these people out here don't understand. Like, to come around here, you better.
He's expensive.
I'm expensive, and she ain't cheap, so it's even expensiver. Is that a word? Expensiver?
I don't even know if it's more expensive, but you expensive.
But you make it hard for anybody to come in this bubble right here because of the way that you bring your energy, and I think that's something that anybody would obviously want to be in a relationship with. And if you get a partner that you can find that matches you, uplifts you, speaks positive into you, it becomes a no-brainer to be like, hell yeah, let's figure out ways to grow. And then obviously we made it public. We tell everybody, we post on our pages, that we're dating, and social media gets into a frenzy, absolute frenzy, black love that we don't typically see. I know maybe from you, they were probably expecting you at some point to have some man pop up in your life, but I know my audience was like, what in the hell is going on over here? Because they were used to me wilding. They were used to seeing me on my page.
Oh my gosh.
We had a closer after darks where we would sit on my IG live and
just nasty.
And just had conversations, like, and some of the people we talk a little nasty,
Nasty.
So it was just a good time, just having like clean fun, but like we had like adult conversations and stuff like that, and you could just see the amount of people who heard me speak so against relationships now, like,
really
shocked. Yeah, because like at the end of the day, I was like, if a lady can't match my energy,
you fought it.
Yeah, because like I just didn't I didn't think that it would be somebody that could come and literally match me energy wise, what I'm looking for. So when you came, I'm like, oh, this is something that I'm not accustomed to or even expecting, because most of the women that I was dealing with just didn't have much that they were bringing to the table. It was about them. Hey, what can you do for me? Like, can you fly me out? Can you buy me a ticket? Can you take me to eat? Can you, it's the opposite. Now I'm like, oh, I'm getting flown out. I'm getting the dinners. I'm getting the chef. I'm getting the rose petals on the ground. I'm like, oh shit, y'all better get off my phone. I don't give a fuck who feelings I hurt with this picture I'm about to post, because guess what? You can't match this energy, baby. If you can't match this energy, you might as well go and have a nice day, because let's be perfectly clear. This woman right here is bringing the attention to detail, the love, and quite honestly, like, I've never had anybody that could come and bring that level of goddamn to me.
And it's all around. I feel like same vibes for you. I have the best. I can't even tell what I have, but I have the best of everything. And
please tell.
No. and then there's just the moments when there's nothing, and we can just. I was just looking at our day today, how we can just be in the house all day. Like there's nothing better than that. Like I can just be next to you doing nothing. Or yesterday you're playing your game, I'm sitting behind you. Like those are really the moments, because I'm a funny style Gemini and I'd be ready for people to go home.
And it's good to be in a place where we can kind of like, you know, blend our business, our lifestyle, where like it's easy for us to kind of like mesh. We both have obvious businesses that are, you know, needing us. I mean, both of us have multi-million-dollar companies. We're doing extremely well in business, and then you go into a, you know, relationship where, you know, we're able to, you know, literally, you know, thrive inside the household and outside of the household. And it's just a good feeling to have somebody that brings that type of peace, that type of comfort in my life. I've never, like, I don't have like thoughts of like you sneaking off on me or, you know, doing anything that would be, you know. You
have thoughts of me sneaking in more than sneaking off.
This girl is like,
I want to get inside his skin.
I'm like, move over, baby. You're right under, like, in the middle of the night, I'm like elbowing her in the head, punching her in her jaw.
Stop, don't say that.
It's real. Like I roll over. And
on accident, I get so close. He's like perfect. I like fit. I was made for you. I fit perfectly right underneath him.
I sleep like this, right? So like I kind of like have my hair. So I might roll over and it's like I might elbow her. She's like in my armpit or something. Like, babe, like.
Yeah, but I like to be right next to you. I want to get inside. I want to be soul to soul.
So you be scared of me when you say that shit.
Be scared. I want. Oh, yeah. No, I need you to be alive and forever. But I just like love it. It's that and that too, because I feel like so many people are looking for the outside things. The inside things are what's amazing. I've had conversations with you that I haven't had with anybody, and especially like being able to be vulnerable with someone is like unbelievable.
I know that like when people look at our situation, like everybody has been super supportive of like the amount of love, and they love, people love Black love. Like
they should.
This is our love, right? It's real. It's no cap in this. This isn't a social media love. This isn't a let's get clout love. This is like we cut the cameras off. This is the same stuff that we experience. This is stuff
we just happen to share it.
This is stuff that I think we need more of. I think we need more people seeing the smiles, the engaging, the support. A lot of people see the way that like I try to, you know, lift you and give you, you know, the crown that you deserve. And I tell people a lot of times when they look at it from a male perspective, they're like, damn, man, you're jumping out here so fast and you take your time. And I look at people and I say, when you find the right person that makes you feel complete, don't tiptoe. Go right now. Like too many people like try to take their time in certain situations where you found that person. You know that person is giving you what you need. You know that person is offering you the security, the comfort that you never had before. And I want to make sure, like for me personally, like I give you that peace of mind and let you know, like you my woman, and I'm gonna make sure that you're secure. You don't have to worry about another woman. You don't have to worry about looking over your shoulder. And I think that's what, like, as a man, we got to start setting an example of like leading like that and making it comfortable for you to be able to have.
We just talked about that yesterday about public. That's what I think the public thing is. I feel like so many people stay private because they just don't want to be embarrassed. It's not even about keeping the relationship so sacred, because I feel like we do have, people think they see everything, but they totally don't. We do have areas of our relationship that are sacred, but I think it's that no one wants to be embarrassed.
I mean, and the reality is, you know, people ask me all the time, like, I hope, well, they say it like kind of like the sarcastic, I sure hope this works, or like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what happens if this thing doesn't work? And I tell people the reality is that, you know, nothing is guaranteed in life. But when I deal with her, when I deal with our relationship, I take every day, that day, and I make sure I give all the love I can into that day. Whatever 6 months from now, 6 years from now, 20 years from now, like, you can't guess or figure out what any of that stuff has entail for us at all. But to do your part in the giving the love to somebody that's giving it back to you every single day is the best feeling in the world to me. I don't care like if we make it forever. Like, and that might sound bad. Like, but I'm not worried about the stuff that we can't control. Like, what I worry about is the daily interaction. I'm really big on like expressing things that need to be expressed, communicating what we need to communicate so we can continue to build and go as far as we possibly can go. So many people operate in fear. Like,
and pressure. I feel like that's the pressure. It's like, I'm not going to share it until it's my husband. And it's like, we watch so many people who break up and are miserable and are married to people that they hate or can't even stand. So that doesn't define, I don't think, time, especially for me. I know time doesn't matter. And I've never felt like this before. So I always say, would you want to live, you know, as a lion or a sheep? 10 days as a lion or your whole life as a sheep. And if we could sum this relationship up, it hasn't even been a year, but this has been the best year of my life. So I wouldn't change anything.
It's our love, huh? Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything because I know it's real now. We read about stuff like this, and would you take that chance? That's what we're all doing. I would rather jump off the deep end and get my heart broken to feel this. It's worth it.
And I would agree 100%. When you find somebody that offers everything that we got, like, I mean, the complete package. This woman is a complete package.
Same.
Complete fucking package. I mean, complete package. Even when we like have like these conversations that get uncomfortable, we have to have a tough conversation. The willingness to listen, to be open to hearing me, and then to make a corrective behavior is something that like really just wows me, because being in relationships for so long, when you have those conversations that somebody expresses something that might make them uncomfortable or something that's like, you know, an issue for them, it becomes conflict. It becomes like, you know, well, this is the way I'm built, or this is what, you know, I do, or this is how I do things. And you are the complete opposite, where you're willing to listen, you're willing to hear me, and then obviously like make any adjustments to make sure we can grow. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of that, because nobody wants to be in conflict or feel like you got to fight and be in a battle.
That's something I think people don't know about you. You're an amazing communicator, and your emotional intelligence is like next level. I'm non-confrontational and I hate conflict. So like anything wrong with us, I'm ready to die. I'm like, it's the end of the world. He's mad. I'm upset about something, whatever it is. It's just the end of the world. And I need to just like do that meme where you cry with a puddle next to you and melt down. And you are teaching me more and more about our love and how to love more like healthy. And I love that for us.
I do too. I think our growth as we, you know, go day by day will continue to get better, because we do communicate. We talk about the good, the uncomfortable, and we grow from it. It's not like we go from a place where we got to fight. We don't have to curse each other out or be disrespectful. And that's the best part about it, is that, you know, I think so many people, you know, think that every relationship has to be perfect, or that there's never going to be any conflict.
I thought like, that.
But you're merging, you know, different personalities. You're merging people that have different experiences, different trauma, and all that stuff is relevant to how people respond. But when you date and you know get in relationships, you have a responsibility to listen, communicate, and hear. Like truly hear what somebody's concerns are, so you guys can grow from it. A lot of people get in relationships and they make it all about themselves, but they say they want to be in a relationship, and that's not the way to be. I can't make everything all about me winning every time, and then it makes you feel violated, like you're not getting what you need to make you feel like it's like some BS. It should feel something of fairness and the ability to be able to have realistic, conversation and problem solving. And that's what I love so much about us, is that we can go and have a conversation and whatever, and not let that just like completely ruin everything for us. We can be right back to where we need to be at. We can be loving on each other, and I think so many people need to follow that and find that peace, because it's so bad.
Because we talk to other people most of the time when something is wrong. We talk about the person versus talking to the person, and I'm learning that, like, instead of getting on the phone with your girls every time, or your family, or letting everybody in, I can just talk to the person and we can fix it. Like, I don't think there's anything with us, from everything that I've seen, there's nothing that we can't fix. And I think so many relationships fall apart because of communication. I think finances and communication. Finances and communication. Because if you can't, it's crazy to me if you can't even like talk to your person. Like, even if like I'm gonna upset you, at least I know you're listening to me.
And that's what it should be. You should be in a place where you're comfortable enough to, even when it's a tough conversation, you can be able to have it and address whatever those things are. But I'll tell you, making it official was one of the best things I did. It gave me peace of mind. It gave me something I hadn't had in a long time, and that's like somebody that was truly in my corner, that I felt was in my corner, that was like 1,000% about me. For years I've been in relationships where I had to kind of like question or wonder if that person was like all in about me or not. And like now I'm like in this place where I know for a fact where you are, what you're about.
And I'm going to make sure you know that, even if you have an inkling where you think otherwise. I'm going to stop my car in the middle of the street and let you know. I'm going to stop my car in the middle of the street and let you know that I love you, and I will chase you, and I will do whatever it takes. And because you're important.
And just as you say that, like, I feel the same way about you. And I'm like super excited about where we go and how far we can grow together. And I know everybody that's tuned in and listening to our story and our journey are rightfully engaged in what our best interests are. I know so many people are like, when's the baby coming? When's the marriage coming? Like, people are like ready for us to like have everything. They're ready for us to have the big house with the picket fence and all the other stuff. But we're enjoying each bit of our process. Y'all relax. Everything comes in time. No, she's not pregnant. No, we're not engaged, not yet. But in due time, we take care of all those things. Thank you for your patience and your understanding. You got to tell people, because they just be like, is that every time they got an angle of your belly, or it's like,
oh gosh, can I eat tacos in peace? That is the one part of being happy in a relationship, especially with a big, fine man. He likes to eat, and I like to eat. So I'm just snacking, and I'm happy. Jeez, leave my belly hang in peace.
They be on it, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, as long as it's all love. But I think for women, that is one of the rudest questions you can ask someone. And especially for me, hello, you guys know what is given if I ever want to make that announcement. Let me make my announcement. I'm dropping out the sky with bombs and everything.
They're excited. They're ready. And that's the cool part. People are excited for us. They want to see what's the next step and what's coming next for us. And there's going to be a lot of amazing things, but y'all relax. We're not having any children just yet. Not engaged just yet. But when those times come, you guys will see it when we want you to see it, and not a second sooner. So don't think that you just caught a snippet of a picture online and like, oop, you just cracked the code. If we post anything, if we show you anything, it's on purpose. It won't be no oopsie daisies and you done uncovered something. Like, it's always intentional what we post. But once again, we appreciate you guys like coming and just listening to our story, our journey, our love story. It's our love story, right? And we got more in store. Every single week, we're bringing some new stuff that we either encountered. We'll be bringing on some hot couples. We're going to be really just talking about relationships, love. More importantly, our love. My love for you is godly. This girl is special.
I love you, baby.
I don't think you love me as much as I love you. It's a battle.
I already won.
Guys, on the next episode, I'm going to show you how you win a battle. I'm going to take it up a whole nother level.
Oh.
We're going to take it to the next level. She's going to be taking a trip to New York next week, and I got something up my sleeve. So you guys make sure that you tune in to the next episode as we travel on the It's Our Love podcast with me, Tony the Closer, my beautiful fashion designer, baby. That's her name. She said, don't call me Nichole, call me baby.
Baby.
I said, Nichole. She said, my name
hate
is
it when he calls me Nichole.
It's baby.
It sounds so weird when you call me Nichole. You call me baby.
She said, Nichole. And call me Nichole. Call me baby. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. This was a dope episode. But love on your people. It's our love story. See you on the next episode. Peace.
Aww. This has been the best year of my life, so I wouldn't change anything.
It's our love, huh? Yeah.
I don't believe it's real. I wake up every day and I look at you like, are you real?
When you find the right person that makes you feel complete, don't tiptoe. Go right now.
I've had conversations with you that I haven't had with anybody. You knew what you came here for. Starting out, you were a little grouch, like Scrooge. You thought I was going to catfish you?
Instagram is with the edits and the pictures. And have you seen some of these? What would I be without this? I mean, what you've helped bring into my life.
Tony, oh my God. Tony, stop.
Why do you fight this so bad?
Stop.
I'm looking, but I wasn't sliding. No, I've seen.
He was looking. He was liking.
That's what I do when I'm a follower.
Okay.
It's called engagement. Yep.
So you didn't plan on making me your girlfriend? Stop. I can't wait to see.
That way.